feel the same when you love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't widen.
How to let go of all the bitterness and betrayal. Hello friends, this is Yundel, and today's share is about letting go of all the bitterness and betrayal. This is just a share from my own life experiences and of course from my own reading in the scripture. We all have experienced bitterness and betrayal, and we are angry. Sometimes we have all the hatred in us because of the bitterness and betrayal. But remember, revenge is not in our hands. Remember that in this life journey, we all have to experience all the bitterness and betrayals. It cannot be avoided. It is a part of our life that we all have to meet. The bitterness and the betrayals in life. I know it's not easy. I know we all have to face this. But believe me, when you trust in God and pray for your enemies, believing that God is in control, that God is working for your life, it becomes easier for you to let go of all the bitterness and betrayal. We are all human. We can commit mistakes. It's painful when somebody betray us. It's painful when somebody hurt us. And this is inside in us, the bitterness. To let go of this thing, we have to have an open-minded mind. I know it's not easy to have an open-minded mind when we are angry, when there is hatred in us. It's very difficult to have an open-minded mind. But you must have that when you want to let go of the bitterness and betrayal. And believe me, it becomes easier for you to let go all these things when you pray for your enemy, when you pray for those who hurt you, when you pray to God that He will handle all these things for you. Revenge is not in your hands. It is in God's hands. He knows what is best for you. He knows what is happening with you. He knows that you are experiencing the unfair things. He knows that this thing, you don't deserve this. Trust it all to Him. It requires humbleness. It requires to be more tolerance and patience. But if you really want to live your best life without hatred, without anger, you have to let go of all the bitterness and betrayals. You have to understand that they are also human. They can commit mistakes without their control. You can do the same as well. You commit mistake without your control. It's happening in you. It happens also to others. Therefore, we must have an open mind to understand this when things get hard that we are facing this bitterness and betrayals in life. Have an open mind, humble yourself, be grounded, and let God guide your mindset. It's all in your mind, that hatred, it's all in your mind. Therefore, you cannot accept it right away. Work on with your feelings. Work on with your mindset. Pray for those who hurt you and take it to the Lord in prayer whatsoever you are facing right now. For He knows everything. You don't need to depend yourself. God says it, God knows it, and He will comfort you, and He is the one who will take revenge for you. Therefore, you must just work on with your feelings to let go of all the bitterness and betrayals. Being betrayed by someone you love causes the worst kind of pain you could possibly imagine. It is an emotional knife to the heart that violates and destroys all trust. And once trust has been destroyed, it is extremely difficult to repair for the relationship. The problem is that you cannot truly, fully love someone without trust. The Apostle Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians 13, "Love bears all things, believes all things, hope all things, endure all things." In other words, if you love someone, you will be loyal to him no matter what cost. You will always believe in him, always expect the best of him, and always stand your ground in defending him. Loyalty is a virtue highly treasured and cherished, but sadly, very hard to find. Too many people are out of number one and would sell out their own family members to benefit themselves. No one understands the bitterness of betrayal more than Jesus. He experienced the pain firsthand when Judas, his own disciple, sold him out for a mere 30 pieces of silver. And of course, the ultimate betrayal came when the very people he gave his life to save nailed him to a cross. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 19:5, "A false witness will not go unpunished, and he will breathe out lies will not escape." God requires you to forgive your betrayer, but don't confuse forgiving with having to continue in that relationship. That decision is between you and God. Lean on Jesus to give you comfort and strength and courage to go on with your life, to let go of all the bitterness and betrayals. He alone knows your pain and can bring peace and healing to your broken heart. As it says in Matthew 24:10, "And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another." We are all human, and this kind of feelings can come and goes. But we have to work on with our feelings to let go of bitterness and betrayal in order for us to feel good. As it says in John 13:21, when Jesus had said, he was troubled in spirit and testified and said, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me." He knows already what is going on with our life. All we have to do is to trust Him and remember His greater love for us. As it says in John 15:13, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." There is no other greater love than Jesus. Therefore, we must forgive for those who hurt us, for the people who cause pain to us. We must forgive them and let go of all the bitterness and betrayals. I know it is very difficult to let go of all the bitterness and betrayals, but if you practice a spiritual lifestyle, knowing that God is with you all the time, you have to practice forgiveness. Forgive those people who hurt you. Forgive those people who disappointed you. It is a part of our life journey, and that we have to embrace it, whether we like it or not. This is just a reminder to each and every one of us to stay humble, to stay grounded, and have an open mind to accept what is going on. To let go of betrayals and bitterness, we have to be forgiving with each other and understand more what the other person is suffering. There is something wrong when things is happening like this. Therefore, you have to stay put what you are believing. When you believe in God, trust it all to God, and He will do wonders in your life. It becomes easier for you to forgive someone when you trust it all to God. Pray for them, forgive them, and so God will forgive you as well. We are all humans. We are all can commit mistakes. And by that, we have to accept it, whether we like it or not, and let go of all the bitterness and betrayals in this life journey. This is Yundel. Thank you for listening. Thank you for dropping here in my channel. I am very grateful to each and every one of you. I love you all, and bye-bye.
Like we feel the same, we love